Almost exactly 3 days from the time that Etika had last spoke to someone prior to his cryptic message in the video that went out on YouTube, the New York Post comes out and lets us know that they have found Etika's belongings, including his cell phone, his wallet, and other personal items. His items were said to be discovered near the Manhattan Bridge in New York. The Manhattan Bridge is a suspension bridge that crosses the East River in New York City, connecting Lower Manhattan at Canal Street with downtown Brooklyn at the Flatbush Ave extension. The main span is 1,470 foot long, the suspension cables being 3,224 foot long. Etika's last video that was shot as he wandered around the streets, saying that he was sorry and leaving somewhat of a cryptic message to his followers and his fans. It was said to be that he was in Lower New York City, and you can see here from the map, he's located, his homestead is in Brooklyn. The X that marks where it says New York is his path that was said to be taken, which leads him right to the Manhattan Bridge. So as the pieces are all coming together, this is certainly now not looking like a hoax, like we had all maybe hoped for. His family is now coming out and saying they are confirming they have not heard from Etika, they cannot reach him. And now we know that they cannot reach him because his items were found not with his person, but yet on the Manhattan Bridge. The New York Post released their statement letting us know that his items were discovered on June 22nd at 6:32 p.m., which was almost exactly 3 days since the last person had spoke to Etika. It reads that the police began searching for any sign of the Brooklyn man the same day that he vanished, prompting investigators to make a startling discovery while canvassing the Manhattan Bridge Wednesday night. Cops found Amofa's driver's license, along with several other cards in his wallet. They also found his cell phone, a black and red Nintendo Switch, and a laptop bag believed to be belonging to Amofa, which contained a pair of boxers, a shirt, shorts, and headphones. The YouTuber disappeared after posting a cryptic, since deleted, video in which he apologizes and claims to be suicidal. He says, "I'm sorry for leaving such a stained legacy." He goes on to say, I wasn't suicidal before. The New York Post then goes into the statistics of Amofa, better known as Etika. He has 239,000 followers on Instagram and 314,000 followers on Twitter. Etika's younger brother, who asked to remain anonymous, said that they haven't spoken in nearly a year, but when they did, he didn't show any signs of depression. "I have never seen him act like that," he said to the Post, regarding the video message that Amofa left. Etika's brother is a 26-year-old graduate student that lives in New Jersey. He said that he's been trying to reach his brother since he's heard of his disappearance and has never heard back. His final statement is, "I love my brother. I hope that he didn't get hurt." He says he's hoping and wishing for the best. And truthfully, I believe that we all are hoping and wishing for the best. So in my investigating on my own, going through all of his social media, trying to figure out and get into the mind of where he could potentially be, what he's potentially thinking, is there any clue that was left behind that gives hope that maybe he's still out there? It's a grim discovery at this point, knowing that his family hasn't been able to reach him. His friends haven't been able to reach him. He has not been on social media at all, and considering social media was his entire life, that's all he knew for many, many years, it's definitely not looking good. His family is now coming forward, and now his items are discovered, which can actually put to rest one of the rumors that had been circulating regarding some of his items being missed from his apartment and that he was heading for the Venus Project in Florida. Now, although all of the clues and all of the discoveries are leading us to the fact that possibly Etika did exactly like he said he was going to do in his last video, there is still a small chance, and I still hold on to that hope, that he may have just laid his stuff down to be discovered. by the Manhattan Bridge, which would have ultimately thrown us off of his trail even further. For me, I believe that that's the best case scenario at this point. In closing, I do ask that you will keep your comments under this video or any video that I post regarding Etika positive and somewhat truthful to the best of your ability. Anything negative that will be posted underneath of these videos will be deleted immediately. Thank you.